we all got our lipstick.
Can you tweet that out?
Yeah, if it works.
And put it on Facebook. We are live.
We're live.
Hello, world.
Hello from space.
Hello from cyberwebs. This is Haley JONAY. Say hello, everybody. We're gonna send it. We're gonna get the URL out. Kind of let everybody get in here. Haley, send it to all your peeps if you have it too. You can feel free to tweet it. They should be able to just
You want to send it again or copy it? That link might work. You just might have to just copy it in.
Hello, world. I'm gonna say hello, Earth. Actually, hello, Earth.
Yeah.
I'd wait until like who's in here.
Thanks for
Haley. Did you get it?
Thanks for coming to the stream.
You see it? We got.
How about is it lagging on your screen? Mm-hmm. Pull it up.
Yeah, and my like it is on, so maybe.
Dude, that link doesn't even work.
We're
live though.
It's because
how's it going, Haley?
No, it's because we restarted the stream.
Fabulous. Good to see you again. Hasn't been that long.
Try that, Ben. I know, it feels like a lifetime ago since we have been outside of our homes.
Good, guys.
Yeah, we're clearly in space right now. Where are you at?
Yeah,
where are you at, Haley?
I know, just as well. It feels like a lifetime ago
Nice.
when last.
The galaxy of good vibes.
Good vibes.
I couldn't think of a planet like you. Oh, what was yours? Like the galaxy of Orion. Galaxy of Orion.
In the Orion Galaxy.
Nice. Why that?
What's your galaxy picks, guys?
See how I can.
Ryan?
Sure.
Yeah, it's cool.
Awesome.
It's a 3.
So you're gonna play some songs for us tonight.
Did you get that new URL?
You want to tell everybody what you're playing?
Did you get that new URL?
Songs. It's gonna be my single. You sound. The second song is gonna be a brand new song, never before.
Tell us the title, or you're gonna tell us after, or I guess during. All right.
I can tell. It's called Head Over Heels.
Sweet.
And
all right.
It's like a
we're getting back to
product of my quarantine. It's like one of my quarantine songs. It's not about quarantine necessarily, but
did you send that out?
It's a product of having way too much on my hands.
Cool.
She's already got it pulled up, so we're ready to rock and roll.
The new one, right?
But whenever you ready, I can.
Cool. All right, how's it looking on your side? Is there any? What we got in the chat? We got. How's chat looking? Everything looking good? Sounding good, guys? Is our volume really loud before we get going? Because last time our volume was like screaming into your ear. Make sure we sound okay, not too loud.
Yeah, let's rock and roll. You're ready, Haley. Give a little test if you want. All right, rock and roll.
Cool. All right, this is something. My hair's a mess, my lips are red like a cherry. You are my Valentine and this February. You look like summer and you sound like symphony. You are my love.
Okay.
Stage the lights that night. Alright, you look like that. Under the stars that night. Alright, you look like and you sound like. My head was spinning, no window being. That's how I like it. I fight with excitement. Let me feel it coming. And you sound
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fire. I like that. That sounded good.
Dope.
That is dope. That sounded good.
You're awesome. I'm glad we got to hear that one like live like that. It's pretty cool.
You look like
Yeah. I know you might have told us this on the show, but what'd you write that song about?
it's really fun one to play later. Yeah, like the vibe. That's cool. Thank you. That song, I started writing the lyrics for it actually. Band kind of came up with the from the first line, which is like, "You are my Valentine, my endless February." Sound like seas, and so I was like, okay, like definitely want to use it at some point. And then idea back in like literally like set explains like how someone how you feel about someone by how the song sounds, which that's where like the electric guitar hook comes in for the encompasses the vibe that I'm trying to explain. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is super cool. And then the lyrics just kind of fit like the perfect puzzle piece. The rest is history.
And you do it all yourself, don't you?
Yeah,
Like you
I
produce
write,
it.
record, produce.
Yeah. That's super cool. Have you done that forever? I think I know the answer. I just want to. Or did you start doing that recently?
I did my first album. It was like a collaboration with other like live musicians in a studio and another producer. And I was 15 or 16 at the time. And it was really cool. I love collaborating with others. I love like that. You can't beat that live energy of like a live band. And what different musicians can bring to the table. But for me, I just felt like the most authentic way for the sound I was hearing in my head to translate through the speakers was to actually be the one doing it myself. Across the board. So
yeah, that makes sense.
It was cool. I made my first album when I was 18 doing that, and since then it's just been, or my second album. It was my second album, but it was my first time making it by myself, and since then I just kind
kept
of
doing it. You got a pretty badass setup. It looks like.
No.
Thank you. I'd show you, but my phone's like.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah.
Isn't your studio up there too? Like where you record, like your little room? Okay.
I just built a little portable vocal booth that I would just sit on my desk, but I felt like it was a little bit inadequate. I wanted more of like a solid sound, like a more I can't even think, like soundproof situation. So I was like, all right, did that, and yeah, it's nice. It's like my little studio cave. I spend majority of my time in this room.
So are you living with your family then? Is it getting like crazy being around the same people right now constantly?
Yeah, well, luckily they are insanely supportive of my music, so they don't mind the constant shaking of the walls.
Yeah.
From me making music music. So that's nice
Yeah.
for sure to have that free.
Did you record your new song in there yet that you're getting ready to play?
Of course, I miss live gigs. I miss all the things that everyone else is probably missing.
Right.
So
how do you decide that? Like, is it a gut feeling? Yeah.
being done, I being able to enjoy this decision when to like cut off.
Hell yeah.
Like,
people, I think people like that song.
It makes some
Got a couple
fire
people in there.
emojis. Yeah.
Got some fans out there.
But when it's
Got some fans out there. Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Well, they can hear you, so it's perfect.
So, is your video looking all right on YouTube? Yeah, or did you get out of it?
You guys thought, because I felt like having that going and trying to stream with you guys at the same time.
Yep, I feel you there.
Well, no worries.
We're doing the same thing right now. I think we got to like the YouTube
Yeah.
thing going up.
DINN is saying it's not working, so
just tell them it's on. We put a link on Twitter. So.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do a link from our page and put it on Twitter. Yeah, it should just be right at the front. So you click on the link, check the YouTube.
So what? Did you have plans last night for Memorial Day, or have you doing anything this weekend? Yeah.
When I went to your channel, it was like at the front of the channel, but thankful for nice weather. I've missed
I know
the sun.
it scared me earlier because it literally like started torrential downpouring.
Yes, I was like freaked out.
I thought our grill out was gonna get canceled. I was gonna be sad.
That would be so sad.
Yeah. All right.
Good to go.
Yeah, we're good to go. Let's get this going here.
All right.
So,
whenever you're ready,
Jamal,
you can talk about what you're getting ready to play and all that, and then do your thing.
So this is a new song.
All right.
Unreleased.
Yes, this is a new song. No one's heard it except for my parents, so hopefully this goes well. It's super fun, like a drum beat for it that I thought was really sick, and built it up from there. Added some electric guitars, some 808 bass going on. It's really fun. It's very different than anything I've done, but I have a lot of fun playing it. So I'm excited to have it out in the universe.
Heck yeah.
All right, this is Head Over Heels. You taste so good, it's evil. This love we feel is lethal. So wild that it's peaceful. I play you through my life. Eyes on you. Oh, like them, boy. Look at us now. Look at us now. We got that good. The kind that makes me nervous. Head over heels. Head over heels. You'll miss it. Listen to the friction of your tricks, you're my magician. Suspecting my suspicions, I just my intuition. But I'm not listening, I'm strong in convictions that you like them, boy. Look at us, look at us, the kind that makes me nervous. painful, but I'm faithful. We can make it through. You say my lips taste the lips, leave me speechless. We're running out of reasons why we got that goose.
Nice.
Yeah.
Makes me nervous about you. I'm an angel, says when I'm with you. Love is faithful, but I'm faithful. We can make it.
Yeah.
Right on. Nice.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Thanks for doing that.
Thank you. That's cool. I like that actually. It's like
Thank you.
it's like it reminds me of very I don't know.
You guys are frozen a little bit.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, you're back. You're back.
Okay. Gosh.
I can see you on Skype, so I think you're good.
Good.
We got a lot of stuff going on over here.
It's
So,
good.
It's okay.
So you wrote that in the last couple months, or what?
Yeah, I would say within the last month especially, but it came together pretty quick. When you have a lot of time to basically do nothing but music, that's really all I've been doing. So this is an example of quarantine free time.
So you're there.
So are you thinking about releasing any songs coming up? Or you what is your mentality with people being in and you're playing stuff like that?
Yeah, I am definitely interested in releasing it. I just have to do a couple final mixes on it, and yeah, so we should see. It'll be cool if I do. I think I will.
Yeah.
I just don't have a date yet.
Right on. We'll keep an eye out for you.
Yes, thank you.
Have you heard anything about the live music scene yet, or any news on that?
Man, it's just so touch and go right now. It's really you try to be optimistic, of course, you don't want to be, but at this point, who knows really when it's really about when people are going to feel safe about coming together in those large groups.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I don't know. I know that there's some phases of reopening, which is promising and exciting, but it's, you want to wait to make sure that it's going to be safe for everyone involved. But I can't wait. I am dying to go to a summer concert. That is where I thrive.
I know.
Well, hopefully we get one of those summer concerts, whether it's
I really want to do a drive-in concert. I think would be super sweet because all the drive-in movies are pretty big right now. I've tweeted it probably 4 times, and I think I've gotten 3 people that are down. But I think it would be crazy cool, just a normal drive-in movie. Although instead of the movie, there's a stage and there's performers, and it's hooked in to the FM transmitter, and then you can just play to all those cars. I think it'd be sick. So yeah, but that's an idea. I think we're also gonna do. We haven't told anybody this, but in a couple weeks.
Totally. I think I saw that Keith Urban did that in Nashville.
Really?
Really?
Sorry, I think
you're
you're lagging behind a little bit.
Hopefully it stops lagging on YouTube, but either way we get to chat with you, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
So.
And it should. It should be fine through.
So I don't know all the music business stuff, but Graham said you guys wrote a song, or he showed me a little snippet of your song. Am I allowed to talk about that or no? But yeah.
I think it's fine. I don't know if it's cool Graham, but I think he'd be fine with it. I don't.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we're
you don't have to.
Collab. I think it's not. I'm a little biased. Yeah.
For sure. I'm glad you guys do that. That's a cool.
I don't want to give
that's a cool thing. Knowing both of the parts going into that song.
I
It's
want it
just
to be
cool.
but I'm excited about it.
I think he's in the chat.
Yeah, he's in. He was just in the chat unless he went away.
He was
But
just in the chat.
yeah, Bram.
Talented,
Said
so
dudes.
like
Bram
an
is the
honor.
man.
Bram is the man. We
And
love Bram.
super talented, like you said.
Oh, cool, Brand.
I tried to do one of the programs that he's a master at the other day. He told me like what to do.
He's so
and
What is it?
I couldn't even get past the basic stuff. I'm like,
What is it? Premiere Pro?
no, he's not even at it. Yeah.
Alright. He
Am
didn't
I allowed
play.
to talk about it?
He didn't play
The
me a
stuff that he
snippet of it.
creates, it's
Yeah, it was a different. You kind of like put like Bram's like hardcoreness with like, and then you just kind of like mixed it together, and that's what the song was
so wait,
kind of
he
like
played
about
you
too.
a
So
snippet of it.
you know what I'm saying? Just
So
like
did he shred the guitar on it? Or
If you
did he
said,
scream
yeah,
on it? I guess
There
I'll
was-
have to see. I didn't hear it. I just think it'd be cool if he did some screamo vocals.
yeah, I think he said you just like played it off of the phone, like you just played your part over his phone or something.
Yeah, he said he like a cool with your voice, and so he sent it over. He's like, just do whatever you want. With like, oh, okay, like I last
Would you-
kind of wrote with it, and
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You're good. Would you finish it like the same day, or I forget what he told me, but or was it?
it was a pretty quick turnaround time.
Yeah.
We still have to and kind of like figure out some like musical transition stuff, but overall it's shaping up pretty
Yes.
nicely. I'm
So,
really excited.
what is
people
your
to hear it.
process normally of like songwriting? Is it just you? Do you lay down a
Like
sick
when I'm
beat?
collaborating with someone, or when
Or
I'm just doing it myself?
I mean, either way, if they're different processes.
Yeah, like with this, if I'm like collaborating, generally like I'll try to fit like the vibe of whatever they're bringing, so it complements each other, but still sounding unique and keeping to my style too. Or even when I'm writing, it's just if I hear the music, I can write lyrics to it. Sometimes the lyrics come first. I mean, I'm constantly writing. I have like over here like a giant of like just journals that just filled like with lyrics.
Really?
So there's really no shortage of lyrics.
Why
for
is
me.
that?
And it's probably my favorite of making the music. It's fun. Deep. For me, like songwriting is my form of a diary and like my reflection of what I see and feel and experience. So it to transform that and
Yeah.
like document different phases of my life. Like,
Is
I guess
it-
that's why
I've always wanted to like. I mean, I'm an emotional guy, so I would have a tough time releasing it, and everybody. I don't know, because that's like an expression of yourself, obviously. So is that nerve-wracking to bring that out?
I am super honest. Like, I don't hold back. So if I'm writing a song, it's generally very authentic to what I'm feeling. I'm sometimes more honest with myself. So
Yeah.
I definitely find out like random truths about myself when I write. And so to put that out publicly sometimes is very nerve-wracking. Question it all the time, especially it depends how close you are to the situation too. And if
Right.
it's like a positive song about somebody,
Yeah.
I have no problem. Like, but if you're like writing a breakup song and that tea is hot and it's like sometimes it makes you a little hesitant.
Sorry, yeah, I
you
don't
know?
want to hurt anybody's feelings, but this
I'd
is
say-
a fire song.
I'd say
Kinda
it
thing.
probably feels better when you write it out of spite sometimes, I would guess. Because then you just like let it all go.
I can't even tell you. There have been so many times I literally just want to send the song to the person, but then I feel like I'm
Right.
giving up, plausible deniability.
You're right. It's not about you. Yeah. That's funny. So
Yeah.
you've been through that before, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. I've received reality in a personal capacity, but never like
Nice.
extra negative.
Mhm.
Just I can't imagine. It would be very hard to like have someone writing about me like and not being able to like proofread it. Be like, hey, please don't say that. Please don't write that metaphor about me or whatever.
So you've
But
done
it's
that
just part of the
before.
game, you know. You gotta write your truth unapologetically, and that's when the best music comes through. So
Nice.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So
but,
professional all the time.
But you've done that before. You've written for other people. Have you ever? I don't know. There's maybe people that watch this that don't know this, but let me speak for you. But you've written for a lot of other bigger names as well. And have you ever been in that situation where you write something and they're like, I don't want you to say this. Can you reword it? Like you were just talking about?
yeah, definitely. Especially when I was doing a major label, it was like, and they were just like shopping. It's called shopping your like options. Like send me different prompts for different artists and be like, this person's making an album. They're trying to like make this kind of comeback and like vibe outline per artist of what they're looking for, and I'll send it back. And sometimes, yeah, they'll be like, this is really great writing, but it's not top 40 writing. Like, can you simplify that? Can you condense it down? And generally, that's my biggest issue, is that I get too poetic sometimes when I write, and so it's not super like top 40 pop writing.
Yeah.
So
simple is better almost.
That would be. I'm sorry.
Simple's better almost kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. Simple, repetitive,
Yeah.
like with pop, that's definitely. But I always try with my own music to like infuse like catchiness with substance and some like deep themes
Right.
and things.
Thank you.
Not the super, like the 8 choruses in one song kind of thing that you see a lot. Which is
no shade,
no shade. Hey,
everyone
no
has their
shade,
stuff.
no shade. You know what they say? I read the statistic.
That's right.
All statistics are like, or whatever they say, 60% of them are false. But I read one and it said, I think it said each time you put a chorus in the song, like another time you add the chorus in the song, it's got like a 7% more chance to be like popular or liked by people. And I believed it. I mean, it's true. I could see it because it's just that one more time you're hearing that nice catchy tone, nice catchy hook or whatever they call it. But no hate. You're right. No hate.
Yeah,
and there used to be. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say there used to be a time back like when, especially in hip hop, that you didn't need a chorus or a melody, And nowadays,
Yeah.
and what people are looking for, they won't listen to it if you don't have something to catch them. I mean, there's a lot of fan bases that are against that, but the majority of the consumers, which I could go on I'm not even going to start going on that rant because I could go on a long rant about media to consumers, but it's just interesting. Courses, you do a great job. That's the end of the rant. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna kick him out of the chat.
I'm gonna turn the light on.
Can you see our spaceship well enough? What does it look like?
You can't see the spaceship, but chat can see the spaceship.
Oh, you can't even see what our background is.
We're in a space shuttle right now.
It's supposed to be a space shuttle, but it kind of looks like
It's pretty badass.
like a 21st century Roman like Colosseum building.
No, it looks like a space shuttle.
Wow. You're
That's
so
not a good thing because it's supposed to be a space shuttle, so we kind of.
Yeah, it looks like it's.
You're right. Well, you got all like the good stuff going on over there. What's hanging from your guitars and what else? Sorry, I'm like leaning in the computer. Yeah.
E.
You're right.
Truth.
You got it going on over there. Looks good to me. And your videos, like, it's pretty good on Skype. Hopefully, it's good on YouTube. So it's kind of just like we're guessing right now.
Yeah, that's.
And we're 30 seconds ahead, so.
And we're 30 seconds. Well,
we're
video
good.
is paused. We hit a hiccup.
Hopefully, we'll get a little good content
Yeah.
out of this too. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
She already knows. Appreciate you sharing all the stuff and
my,
everything.
second family, basically.
I said appreciate you like sharing all the stuff and being down for all this. It's awesome of you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you always got the best compliments, so that's why we
Yeah.
brought you on. Really, just so you can just compliment us the whole time.
Yeah.
And for
Nah, you're
the
awesome,
people
man.
watching, not just the artists, but you're like bringing entertainment to them. They definitely need that right now. So
You probably wouldn't work with us though, so I wouldn't want I wouldn't expect you
I'd
to.
totally
So
tell you if I thought you guys.
But we appreciate it. I mean, we try,
I
you
just wouldn't
try,
say
everybody
anything,
tries,
so.
and we think you do a great
Yeah.
job. It's like people, I feel like us, we're always never really satisfied. Like winners of the world, never satisfied. Maybe some like myself are too hard on themselves sometimes, but
She's giving you like 20 eye rolls.
I know she is. I know she is. But anyway, back to you. So quarantine isolation is the global issue right now. What has been the best thing out of this issue for you, like coming out of it? Ah,
Are you allowed to tell us the recipe, or is it a secret?
mac and cheese.
I guess just having more time.
Let's hear it.
Mhm.
Guilty about just like focusing on one singular thing. She's recipe, so that is exciting for me.
Mac and cheese heaven.
I don't care.
Broiler.
It's so
What is a
easy.
broiler?
Like all you do, you
Took
just
it from the top, bro.
What does that mean?
whatever.
Explain it to him,
Oh,
please.
you're baking
Explain it.
it.
Explain him what a
Some
broil
pasta.
is.
Put it under the broiler for like 3 minutes.
Really? What out of all the kitchen tools?
Mhm.
Gotcha. So it's like an Arizona heat kind of thing, just sitting hot.
He's still learning. He's still learning how to grow up over here.
I know. I'm growing
You got a
up.
full
just-
kitchen downstairs too. What are you doing?
I eat a lot of vegetables and smoothies.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Are you a pretty big health nut? Well, I guess you just told us mac and cheese,
Caramelized.
but I guess you can have.
It's good for the soul.
hmm
I'm exposing myself actually into like fitness and health in general this year.
Yeah, I agree
Do
with
you think your like music improves as you like are in more tune with your body and stuff like that, or do you even notice a difference or not?
Is the body to pay attention to
I would agree. Health as well, kind of thing.
Health as well.
Body is your temple.
You like all your puns and stuff.
mental like
Puns,
I feel,
quotes,
like happier.
things that
feel
are
like-
easy to remember is how I like to call it.
So you've been baking. You've been baking, making music. I know you got like Netflix.
Ooh.
What are you stuck on right now?
Well, I just finished Ozark recently, which is
Fire.
super dark.
My favorite.
Dark.
It is dark.
I thought it was hilarious. I mean, it was good.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
They're
it's
so
like
the
fun.
actors are so good.
Yeah,
Like,
I see what you're
It's so
saying.
good.
Yeah.
It's so chaotic. Like the storyline, this season. I just finished watching,
Mhm.
and it's very. It's a lot to think about, but
I think it's weird to think like there might actually like be families like that out. Well,
I'm here.
not saying anything bad about it, but you never know like who your next door neighbor is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It definitely makes you think, and that's like the cool
Yeah.
thing about Netflix right
For
now
sure.
in
I
I did
general
a
are
lot of
just like watching
escapism in the
binge
beginning of
watching
this
shows, which is
quarantine.
kind of like the system. So you can like feel a little bit
Yeah,
outside
but
of
I
the
picked
current
myself out of it. I
circumstance
mean,
of
it was
being
like
away.
it was nice to kind of do nothing, like you said. You know, just hang out,
Man,
relax the mind a little.
I honestly think that's how life should be, and we still like you
Yeah,
still get
I
stuff
agree.
done.
I
You know,
agree.
I don't think that escapism would be there if there wasn't any like constant like panic going on. You know, like that's what added all the anxiety. It was just everyone panicking. To me, at least, that's what added anxiety to me. But
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, almost wake up and go to sleep and just pretend like nothing's going on, but still care. I guess
It's
it's
deep.
just like
It's
man,
deep. It's deep. Ben.
unknown. It's you're hearing so many different things, and it's hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that today actually because my brother's graduating high school, or graduated. Yes, congrats to him. We were scared for a minute, but he did it. But he talks about how he hates it, and I remember being back in that day. I was like, I hated school back then. Now I like miss it.
Yeah,
I miss those simpler
list,
times,
like,
less responsibilities.
I appreciate it.
Now you gotta grow up and well, you've been doing grown up things since you were like 13. You've been chasing a big career. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're like 35, or you still feel like a young soul? Hmm. It probably wasn't a good one, so it's good.
It was. Do you feel like an adult kind of? Just because we know personally that you've been pursuing this
And
career passion since you were young, and when you started it, your parents
but
weren't gonna let you start it
I don't know.
unless you're really gonna do it right. So that must come with a lot of responsibility and having to kind of step up as a person and fill big roles. Hmm. Yeah.
Only writing the music, performing the music like is me. So it's completely
Yeah.
on my shoulders. I realized that was like
That's
13 or
interesting.
14, and
Were you
is
born with
definitely
that
but also
drive,
needs
or
me
was that
to
something
do
that you
my
kind of just
best and be the end of
realized? Sorry, I'm getting deeper there, bro.
the
I was just curious because, like, I kind of think the same way. Like I want things to be under my control, and I want to do it my way if I'm going to do it. Or obviously, if we're working in a group, the
like
best of
in
the
a great
group.
way.
But just having that control and making it as much as coming from you naturally as possible, and that drive I feel like can be created from just knowing that you're good at it and that you can do it. Or sometimes people are born with it. So I was just curious, but it's a hard question.
I don't think
Yeah, I feel like for me, it was like with the revival of music,
Yeah.
like before I can remember like, a tangible career. Yeah.
Well, you've done a great job. You accumulated millions of streams, got on crazy
Thanks.
Spotify playlists, which is super interesting. Now, did you, when you like started to attack Spotify, did you have any kind of, or like post or upload to Spotify, did you have any kind of understanding on the algorithm? Were you working on you know, a plan, or did you just kind of did it all happen unintentionally? Almost not unintentionally, but
Kind of like you were mentioning earlier, like when you start, or how like a song, if it has a certain amount of choruses, it's like more likely to be a catchy pop song or whatever. With Do You Believe in Love, which is my most playlisted song, I definitely went into writing that song with that idea, trying to make it as catchy as possible. The song literally starts out like you push play and it's the hook, and it plays probably like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times throughout. So I went in out like musically, I was definitely trying to hit that song, and I try to do that with as much of my music as possible without it being too like formulated or like cookie
mm,
cutter. But yeah, and then I just submitted it to playlists. Honestly, they get so many submissions
hmm,
to their playlist, to their editors, that it's really just like the stars aligning and fate coming through, and the right person decided to, listen. And you just never know, which is
yeah.
my favorite thing, because you never know what tomorrow is going to hold or what song is going to hit it.
Mm.
Such wisdom.
Such was.
Love it.
Stop.
So,
No.
other than this release that you possibly have coming up, what are some really tentative, obviously, given quarantine things going on? What are some plans for this year that you got in mind? What do you want to do?
Well, yeah. Next Sunday, I am performing at Bricks in Broad Ripple as a part of their 10th anniversary. It's Broad Ripple Ice Cream Station. They're one of my given me
Oh,
a stage or their deck to play on since I was 15 or 16. So we've kind of grown up together a little bit, and I'm just so great. Such an awesome brand, such an awesome business, and uh, play. I can't wait to play again for people. Even if people have to stay like it's fine,
Mm-hmm.
because it's
mm-hmm.
outdoors on right off the Monon Trail
Yeah.
and like on a deck
Ooh,
situation.
Ben loves that.
So
He loves the Monon
I
Trail.
passed that today for the first time, so I was going to ask you like if that's where it was because I swore I saw it. It's
yeah,
pretty.
that's
It's going to be a dope
definitely
little spot.
probably did. Uh, I have played there for I guess 6 or 7 years now, and it's the best because you have a constant
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
on their bikes or like their dogs or with their families or whatever. And there's also like I don't know if they're doing. I don't think this time, but generally, you can have a consistent crowd, but you also have that flow
Mm-hmm.
of people stop or just have those brief interactions
Yeah.
as I'm doing
What? When is that again?
next Sunday, May 31st, and I'm playing from 6 to 8, and
Cool.
I can't wait. I'm so hyped. It's
6
gonna
to
be
8.
so fun.
I might be
And they're
there.
giving out free ice cream too from 12 to 9.
Oh yeah, I
So
might be there
Dang.
for sure. I might pull up if I can. I don't think I have anything going on. So
yeah, you totally should. It's gonna be sick.
that would be fun. Kind of actually experience some enjoyment,
Yeah.
some music enjoyment.
We went out. We went out last night to.
Oh yeah,
We
did.
were just gonna get one margarita, and we went to Mass Ave, and it was literally like a carnival down there.
It's weird.
I saw like how they
Yeah,
had this street.
it's weird.
But wait, where are you trying to get this margarita? Where is your spot?
Bakersfield.
Yeah, he used to
Oh,
he used to work there, and he literally like when we. I think it was last week, but we went and had a spicy pineapple margarita.
Yeah.
It's life changing.
Oh my gosh, it's the best.
they're just like plain Jane margarita, like their standard
yeah.
margarita. I had it for the first time like in November, December. Oh my god, it changed my. It's my favorite. It's so fresh.
I might have made it for you.
So
I used to
good.
bartend there, so I might have made it for you.
Oh my god, isn't that so
Yeah.
crazy?
This is,
It's such a
that
small
was literally
world.
right before. That was when Ben was like, "Hey, let's talk to some artists," and then this whole thing came together. It was probably around November. Yeah. So I didn't know anybody
Yeah.
then.
It's just crazy. You never know who you're gonna meet or like how you're gonna meet them or what's gonna sync
Yeah,
up.
we
But I'm glad that everything.
we don't know if this like if the chat's lagging or whatever, but it's still like awesome to like. We've already talked to you before, like we've already
I think
had
it's going smooth. I think it's
we've
going
already
very
interviewed
smoothly
you
right
for
now.
like 45 minutes, and now it's just easy to talk to you. Like, just I feel like we could talk to you all night.
Yeah.
It's cake.
I think it's really
It's
fun.
fun.
I think these things are fun. I think
Yeah.
these things are good too. Ben said it himself. He was like, if somebody's fan actually comes through one of these, they would love this kind of content. Just chilling, talking like normal people, hanging out. Not really like all, dressed to the nines. There's no crazy PR or crazy, you don't have to, perform or be extra. You just be yourself and be comfortable and hang out and
We're
talk.
chilling in upstairs, and so are you. You're just different.
Yeah.
We're about probably like,
Yes.
I don't know where you live, but we're probably about an hour away, I would say.
Yeah, Indy area. Yeah, which is crazy because we love all the local talent that we have here. But the district spotlight is obviously not just local; it's a platform for every district of every spot that we can light.
Oh,
That was pretty cheesy.
My
but,
God.
yeah.
I'm so impressed with that.
Thank you.
Jack. Just-
Thank you. I just she's like literally my biggest fan, bro. But thank you.
Dude.
Anyway, yeah. So it's cool that we get
You
to
got
talk
an
to
eye
people.
roll. That's 21. 21.
This is my real self. This is me, not all dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
Right. But
He could probably keep renting and see what we can get out of you.
yeah. So what I was trying to say was, it's not. We love talking to the local town, but we have the opportunity to also spread and talk to people across the nation and the globe, which is really fun. So this gives us the opportunity to do that, and the fans, I think, really will enjoy it, especially if they do see it or are watching right now. It's different content, so
yeah.
we appreciate it. That's rant over.
Yeah. Another thing I was talking about was
No.
like how I don't know if you had even heard of the guy we have on next, DINN K. So it was just like cool, like that you would check out each other's music too. Like you never know what that could lead to.
Yeah.
You have no idea. So nope.
No problem. No problem. Well, it's probably almost time to get DINN K in here, right?
Yeah, I feel like we could just
I
sit
know.
and chat all night. We could do this again, and we don't have to stream it. We'll just hang
Yeah.
out. Or we can go get a margarita. We can go get. Well,
Yes.
We could go get
we can't
Mars.
go to Bakersfield unless we have a reservation.
You do need a
So
reservation.
maybe we can get a reservation and go grab a mark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll call up Bram too.
Maybe
I saw Bram
yeah.
like
Bram
a week
was
and a
in
half
here
ago.
earlier.
So yeah, we'll all have to get together and hang out.
Super lit.
Yeah, do you wanna give a shout out to anybody or just say hi to anybody or anything or a message? I know you're filled with good stuff to say, so
You can think about it for a second because I'm actually going to take this filter off our video. So think about it for a second while I do this. Clear this, because all right.
so what are your plans for the rest of the evening?
Double question.
Well, you're doing something.
Cool.
Sweet.
All
Yeah.
right. So any shout outs, anything like that? Sorry, I just finished.
Alright. Here's your rules.
When to go.
You.
Man,
Goes both ways. So
Well, thank you. Yes, you're incredible. You have believed in us so much along the entire way, and it really does mean a lot.
shout out.
We do have some comments from chat though.
yeah, we
So
might put you back to work.
if you have one more song, we might ask you to do one more song here in a minute because Ninja Shroomer, I don't know if you are familiar with the name, but he would like to hear one more song.
So there's a person on the chat. So we have our chat open up to YouTube, and they said, "Love the chill."
Love the chill interview. One more song.
You just got a one more song request. I know that's a.
You don't have to,
Yeah,
but
you
Ninja
don't
Streamer
have
would like to hear one before you depart.
You can't please everybody. We're not. It's up to you. Totally. Oh, I forgot. I thought we were just like hanging out. It was kind of just like a thing. It wasn't really our show.
Yeah, we've had some watchers. We're terrible at looking at chat. We've been trying to get better at that.
Zach, so this whole time that you talk, we can like see you on the right side of the screen,
Mhm.
like a little piece. So that's why it's like I'm squinting because I'm blind. But
Yeah.
there's so much going. Zach does so much during the interview on his computer. It's like
Well, I'm constantly checking stream health and connections, and I'm listening.
technology.
I'm the captain of the space shuttle. Yeah.
What am I? I'm definitely shotgun, bro.
I'm Kirk, bro. I'm Kirk. You can be Spock.
I don't get the space.
Spock doesn't really fit. That's all right. That's all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut your. You can hear us the whole time, but I'm gonna cut your video out, and we're gonna re-bring it in. Just because somebody said that you stopped, so we're just gonna bring you right back. Bring you right back. Here we go. Move.
Were you expecting to talk this long? Were you expecting to talk to us this long? We have no idea how these things are gonna go. We just like wing it every time. It's bad, but it's still.
So I've had fun.
Boom.
Boom.
It's like
There she is.
we're like FaceTiming you, but we got like 3 of your videos on the screen, so we're like triple FaceTime.
It literally feels like I'm in a space shuttle. Okay. I believe we are good to go. Whenever you are, Cap.
You took giving you the controls.
The captain now.
We're not space anymore, dude. We have the green screen's not working.
I know. I'm not in space anymore. I just
Yeah.
wanted to cut out the resolution issues.
Oh wait, so are you wanting me to do a different song?
If you want.
If you
it's
want.
up to you.
That was
We're
fun.
gonna- I think
Up to
we
you.
have time for one more song. We're gonna get DINN K in after this. Whatever you want.
All right, cool.
Rumors calling for.
Do you believe in love?
Sweet. Haley JONAY. Everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Turn space.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I
It's
have
okay.
difficulties spelling it now.
It's alright.
I'm like, oh wow, I'm singing, but like not. Okay,
No worries.
hold on. Here we go. All right, now we. I took the risk and the calculate 10% sure that I'm in love with you. You know the words of my favorite song. If there's on stage, will you sing along? I'm in love with you. I listen and then you play with it. But nothing famous, but any heart sings. What are you supposed to do? Do you believe in love? La, 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 la. La, 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 la. I've been waiting over the broken sky. I'm in love with it, and I was feeling got no blue today, but then I talked to you today, and I just so in love with you, with you, with you. And from the strings I've only known you for a few hours. In love, you queen, all I need is a kind of flowers. Do you believe in life? I gonna get burned? When everything goes fine, hush things, what are you supposed to do? And the key of all their leaving through melodies so sweet, singing I love you, I wrote you this love songs I believe in.
Yeah.
you.
All right. That was
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Ninja Shroomer's got a heart.
Thank
We've
you
been
guys
doing that
Pictures
so
got a
much.
heart.
twice now.
Rosa M.
So,
Please, she's so good.
we-
OMG.
We were lucky.
Rosa, I love her vibe and her music just matches it. OMG. She's so good. Rosa loves you.
Well,
Rosa,
thank you
check
to
her
everyone
out.
for watching and commenting.
Yes, thank you everybody for watching this, commenting on that. Check Haley JONAY out on anywhere. Haley JONAY. She's all over the place. Her YouTube's great. She's got a lot of great videos as well. Check out her music. She's awesome.
Cheers.
Follow her. I think
You know,
we covered it.
I'm a little biased, but
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta be.
We got thank you so much, Haley. We got DINN coming up next for
Yes.
volume 2.
excited to see DINN. Thank you guys again so much for everything you do. I've had fun. It's beyond. You guys are the best.
Heck
No
yeah.
problem. Anytime, seriously, hit us up. Good luck. Break a leg Sunday. I might be there.
We'll try to be there.
Yeah,
Please come hang out. It's super casual.
Definitely.
I do like some ice cream.
Either way, we'll see you soon, hopefully. So, thank you.
Yes, please.
All right.
I'm gonna take you up on those margaritas.
Yeah, for sure. I'll
Yes.
get us hooked up too.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
All
Bye,
right.
Haley.
Bye,
Later.
guys.
Bye. All right, everybody. Stream. We are gonna get DINN in here. If anybody needs to use the restroom, drink some water, I'm sure you guys probably do it anyway because we can't see you. So we're just gonna get right into it, and we're not even gonna take a break. 'Cause that's Hey, Dan. I hope you're watching. I'm sure you are. This is what we do. We go, well, bam. And then we do, oh, well, bam.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Let's see if we can.
Name, check.
We have another person on the chat.
Let's
Yes.
give us just a second.
Can you see us?
DINN is a legend. Queremos.
Yeah, your line is good.
Queremos. DINN. I think I said that right. DINN is a legend. All right, here we go. We're not in yet, so the tension is real. We're
Setting
gonna
everything up.
NDI source. Fancy names for fancy things. DINN. Bang. Here we go. Do not fret, my friends, because lo and behold,
Yeah.
There he is.
We could leave it big for a little bit. So,
yeah, everybody.
all right, you're on the big screen right now, DINN.
Everybody see this beautiful.
This
Okay.
is dope, man. I'm so glad we linked up and actually decided to do this. I didn't think you were going to be able to do it. So,
Dude, no, thank you for the opportunity for reaching out. It's a pleasure to meet you finally, face to face, kind of,
Yeah, screen to
given
screen.
the circumstances.
screen to screen.
Screen to screen, absolutely.
So we did notice some little complications and skips in the last one. I think we
Okay.
smoothed everything out. I'm gonna just make sure. I'm gonna kind of ask chat here.
One of these days, we're just going to
How
have the
sound
best
sound.
Wi-Fi connection, and it's going to stun everybody. But
One of these days,
So,
everything, a perfect world will happen, and everything will just go right into slot, and I won't even have to lose a second of sleep over it. But hey, we have a good time. That's all that matters. We're gonna ask chat how is
Yeah, you got-
quality.
you got some fans coming in here, man. That's dope that you have such a fan base like this. It's kind of nuts, actually.
Love you, Dan.
it's really great. It's awesome. Sup, fans? I don't know who's joined, but what's going
So
on?
here's who we got so far saying what's up. We got Rosa M, Marintia, Escobar.
Oh, see, that's my love right there.
That's your
Yeah.
love. Emily Stewart.
It says you're a legend.
It's a bit
Yes,
good. His
that's
audio
dope.
is a
Oh,
little.
am am I now?
That's awesome, man. Yeah, this is awesome. So what I didn't even put two and two together when we like you said you want to do Saturday, and then Zach texted me and said you live in Mexico City. Like I had never even read your bio where it said that. Like I was like, what? I was like,
I mean, like frankly, it's not something that I put in my info a lot.
yeah,
Not that I hate it or anything, but it's just not as obvious because I handle my social media in English, as you might have already noticed.
dude.
And
I honestly didn't even know you had any like Spanish background or like that at all.
oh, it's my first language.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts. It throws people off sometimes.
Yep, definitely threw
Especially
me for a
you're very
curveball.
well spoken, so yeah. But that is cool, and it's only an hour behind, right, in Mexico City?
Yeah, I'm only just 1 hour behind you guys.
Well, I hope a lot of your fans are global, right? International.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a blessing and a curse because you might want to like, as a musical artist, I'm sure you guys know this as well. It's better to have like a certain good, like solid amount of supporters set in like a specific zone or area. And with me, it's completely the opposite. In my case, it's like I got some people in Australia that I can like genuinely identify. My friends from up in the U.S. and some friends in like Canada, Europe. So it's really awesome, and you get like a lot of support, and I guess like internationally from that. But internationality, that's what I was trying to say. But when time comes that I want to play a show, like an actual show someday,
Yeah.
it gets kind of tricky.
Yeah.
So could you actually play like one of your like well-known songs in complete Spanish?
Absolutely. Oh, in Spanish.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I could absolutely do that, but I'm not really into that idea.
No, I just didn't know if you like have ever done that. Like, I think that would be dope to actually like listen to.
It would be interesting.
You know
I feel
what?
like.
I think
Sorry, go on.
I've done it as a joke. I've translated some of my verses of my songs just as a joke in college because I go to college, by the way. So in college, just with my friends, I do that sometimes just for fun.
Dope, man.
Well, we got people from the UK. We got people from all over the place. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming in and watching this.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. This will be on our page forever. So all of your other fans, if they're sleeping right now, if they can't miss, or if they're, who knows what they're doing, they'll be able to watch it.
Oh, don't sweat it. I'm gonna promote the heck out of this the next couple of days.
Sweet.
Dope. Cross your fingers that we're having good connection right now. I'm sure we'll,
Yeah, I think we're doing
especially when you play your song. You gonna play us a couple songs, right?
Yes, I am. And if it lags or anything for you guys, for the people watching, then screw you and stream my music on Spotify.
There you go. Look at that. I love that attitude. I love that attitude. That's great. All right. I'm gonna sit back. I kind of found.
All right. So should I just give it a go?
And we're gonna turn our mic down so they won't hear us, but you might hear us. Okay, if we like say that's great.
All right.
Or exclaim and wonder. But all right. Ready when you are.
I'm ready. Cool. So this song is my most recent release. It's called Full Song, and it's about having a really strong crush on someone and not realizing that you got like a lot of competition going on. All right, here we go. It's not a really fun story, but it makes for some great
It's a great song, yeah.
So. All right, here we go. With a face, honey, you can get anyone if you just bother to look around. With a story like that, honey, you can get anywhere you want. Condescending, stylish, nothing short of crazy. My mind's still racing and I can't stop it, baby. I could have never seen that you're a dog. Shit! And everyone likes you. You've got everybody on their knees. And I'm the fool, believing there's nothing they fall for anything I do. Tell me, have you seen yourself lately? You're acting like you want is you. Take a look, oh, take a look, oh, look at what you started. I am not, so I'm not afraid to say you're not the smartest, cause with your money exactly where your mouth should be. All of the world you tease in me, I swear that I can tell if I'm your target. Everyone likes you, you've got everybody on their knees, and I'm the fool, believing there's nothing to make up for anything I do. Tell me, have you seen yourself lately? You're acting like you don't actually hate me, no. I know the story, attention is all you want, and all I want is you. With a face like that, honey, you can get anyone. And it's obvious that you know by now exactly just what you are. Everyone likes you, you've got everybody on their knees, and I'm the fool, believing there's nothing to make it for anything I do. Tell me, have you seen yourself lately? You're acting like you don't know. No, I know the story, attention is all you want, and all I want is you.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, that song
Thank
is
you.
awesome. So we're in the car today. Story behind this.
I really appreciate that.
No problem. So we're in the car today, and we were thinking about what songs in the intermission we wanted to play, and I was like, "Oh, Full School is mine." Or full? Is it Full Song? Full Song?
Yeah.
Full Song.
Cool song.
That's my favorite, and it almost sounded like I'd heard that song before. That's not. It's not a cover or an inspiration on any song, is it?
I mean, not really, but in for that song specifically, I decided I wanted to just try and make it as close to my vision as possible. And I feel like at the time, like when I wrote this, which must have been like back in mid 2019. No, that's a lie. The beginning of 2019-ish, I was listening to a lot of Charlie Puth.
Okay.
And I'm not saying like there's like that inspiration, but for sure, like there were some Puth-esque decisions that were made during the writing process.
Well, I think that, I said this last time, I think inspiration is, everybody has inspiration. It's kind of builds people, especially in like music and arts. So that's not bad at all. And it might just be that the song has that familiar feel to it, Like that's a good thing. That when you hear it, you're like, oh, I'm familiar with this. This is like, I don't know, it's good. I like that song. That's a very...
You know what? That also comes from simplicity. And when you're like super specific with your lyrics, there's also this sense of, lack of bluntness when it comes to like writing music, and it makes it easier to understand. And it, like at the end of the day, it just feels familiar, and that's something that I really like.
Yeah, you did it. That's cool.
I love that song, dude, man. I'm glad I got to hear that like as a live performance. Yeah. It's just dope. I mean, I'm just taking it all in, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate that.
Like I've chatted with you just like only DMs, but it's still like I'm a fan of your music, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just
thank you.
It's just dope that you did this and are playing this music right now. We're just chilling and hanging out, and
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah,
and I just want to go ahead and say thank you for reaching out. Like, I really appreciate being here. This is really fun to do. It's just people who are passionate about music, trying to do something cool. And I'm just really glad you reached out. I found you through Wolfie.
Right. Yeah, we were trying to figure it out today.
He's one of the most exciting acts going on right now.
So how did you get introduced to Wolfie? Like I didn't. So that's why we thought you were like Midwest, dude. Because we were like, I was like, he knows Wolfie. Like I thought he even said it today. He's like, I thought DINN was in Ohio.
I thought you were in the Midwest.
If
Yeah.
anything, though, if anything, I'm always hopping around SoCal.
Really?
So I'd be Southwest. But I met Wolfie because it's not like we're like super close. I just really look up to him. But it's funny. We were in this thing called an engagement group back in 2018.
Right. Those used to be a
where basically egotistical people with blue check marks on Instagram would comment on your pictures so that your profile doesn't do as poorly as it could. Those things don't last long. And me and Wolfie were some of like the smaller accounts in that group. And I took a liking in his music, and I saw what he was doing, and the fact that he does everything on his own. That's really something that I admire a lot because it's kind of similar to what I'm doing. Yeah, that's kind of how I got acquainted with him.
He's a really cool guy. He's a very talented musician.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to say that. Actually, I've gotten like the opportunity to kind of know him personally. I used to manage an artist. His name is now August Elliott. It was Overcast, but they're very good friends in real life. So we would always almost like kind of looked Wolfie at the time. I can't remember what his name was for Wolfie, but back then we would like Young Love. We would almost like literally break down his marketing and his branding and how he like his process of putting out songs and talking about it and developing engagement and depth and things. And he's just really very knowledgeable. It's very natural to him. He's definitely a good person to look up to, and he's a very cool, like genuine guy. You know, so that's awesome. Yeah. And I think you, Wolfie, and even Haley JONAY all have something like that in common. Just you're all passionate about putting out what you want to be created and heard, and you guys are all doing a good job of it. We did get some chat comments.
Yeah, I got one for you. Emily says, "You're a Yuka legend," and that's one you didn't even mention. Like, did you mention that you were playing that on that, or no, or did I miss that?
I did
okay.
Not. No, I really did not. Sup, Emily? Shout out.
And then Gabe's baby is on. She wanted me to Rosa wanted me to tell you that. To let you know.
That's
we saw your.
That's my most fan account.
Yes, we saw that account earlier, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is awesome. I talk about that all the time. Depth is like really hard. I feel like not hard. It's just it takes a little bit more effort. It takes going just an inch further than putting out your music, having people engage. But the people that have fan pages, the people that have dedicated fans, means that they're doing a good job of nurturing that. You know what I mean? Building on the people that are listening to them. So that's really cool. We were excited to see your fan base, and we're excited to get this video out to your fan base.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I feel like they're really going to enjoy this. And I don't know, I guess I'm just really lucky because at the end of the day, what I'm doing is I go through a thing, I write about it because I can't help doing it. I really cannot write about everything that I feel and think. And that's how I cope with life. It's something that I can't stop doing that finds its way to people's ears and represents something of value. The second that happens, it feels so special because not only does it mean that I birthed this song out of my heart, you know, like paying attention to little things like the fact that the lyrics have to be as accurate to what I feel as possible, as opposed to, oh, this rhymes, I'm gonna write about this, right? So once I take care of all those aspects, it's like you gave birth to an extension of yourself, and someone actually connects with that. That's the most magical thing.
Dude, it reminds me, I'm pretty sure like it had to be one of your posts. You said a song turned 1 today, so you just like took that all like 360 and just like
you birthed the song.
You birthed the song and it turned 1.
Exactly. My song Ready, it turned a year old probably about like a couple weeks ago, May 10th, and it's crazy because when that song came out, the image of like my music was pretty different. Something that I really genuinely didn't plan on, but I feel like the way I look at my music journey, whatever this is more of like a self-discovery journey, you know, like just taking myself through life essentially. Like I'm 21 years old. I'm still getting to know myself day by day. And by the time Ready had come out, I had only put out one song which sounded a little bit alternative. The reason why that was is because my producer, Cameron Mizell, I guess we call like my lead producer because I've worked with other guys in the past, but my lead producer because he engineers my stuff. Cameron has done a lot of work for post-hardcore bands and just alternative sounding stuff. And when we sat down in 2018 to figure out what sound we wanted to give to my first original release, I kind of I threw the word pop out in the air just as much as I could have said indie, alternative, whatever. And it was kind of like this mix of it being my first time working with him and him having done like a lot of work for the bands that inspired me in my early teens. And I just needed to like get that sound out of my system. And it just so happened to represent me in a level that I didn't anticipate. So when I dropped Ready, it was more of a statement of like, you guys heard that other song that I released? Yeah, that's not me. This is me. Check it out. And I feel like it still has like this alternative-esque mix to it, but we definitely wanted to go like a pop route. And that's a sound that I genuinely feel my feelings can be better represented in, I guess, like within the confines of the genre, like indie pop, whatever that is. And once I released that, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not like super stoked about this, but I guess it's something good. My fan base dropped a little bit, but it's because I don't know. To put it simply, people expected a version of myself that I never even was, because even around the time that they thought they were getting that version of myself, I was the same me on the inside. Like you never really change. You just grow and you learn new things and you come out of your shell more and more and you shed layers. So that's eventually what I've been doing, release by release. And by the time Full Song dropped, everything was different. My sound was just blatantly pop at that point.
That's really cool, man. I love that mentality. And you just said a lot, and that spoke a lot too. And I think
I talk a lot.
No, it's great. We love it, and we found that out a little bit as well. Musicians, you like to talk, so but that's good. And you're saying really good things, so we love it. But that's cool, man. It takes. I could see how it's weird to feel like you're losing fans, but almost I feel like that's good for you, kind of how you were like.
No, it is.
They might have been your fans then, but if you wouldn't want them to stick along if they didn't like your music. You know what I mean? Even if they like you, so it'll all work.
Like there's two.
No,
sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess there's just like two big lessons to take away from this. One is that we live in the world that we live in today, obviously, and like with music, algorithmically, you might want to be conceived as what you really are, because if you're, which is something that I'm also going through, if you're conceived as somewhat alternative and you're trying to find opportunities in indie pop, it can get kind of hard because algorithmically you're just like lumped together with a type of music that doesn't really represent your sound, not even sonically or personally. And the other thing to take away from this is, why would you want, wow, there's a fly in my room. Why would you want
strange props.
Why would you want the people that followed like whatever party trick with like an emo floppy hair to like you, like to expect for them to like your music, when in reality the fewer ones who are really connecting with it are like the people who are actually invested in what you have to say and what you have to put out next.
So you're very intelligent, man. Like, how long? First off, I just gotta ask, how long have you been speaking English? Because you, dude, are literally.
What was that?
You're literally talking better than I
know.
can speak.
Oh, dude, get out of here. That's not true.
No, you're just very well spoken.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you do some like stuff on Instagram sometime. I don't even think I've ever seen one of your stories that you ever speak like any Spanish.
He did. Oh, any Spanish? Oh, I see.
I don't think I've ever.
He wants to market himself.
That's the thing, though. I never.
It's all like marketing. Like, I mean,
what is the? So yeah, what's the attack mindset on that? Is there a certain reason?
Like the reason behind it is, ever since I've made myself an Instagram, it's kind of a cringy story, but as I grew a fan base off of my dumb selfies and the occasional singing video, I I did it in English because even before that, I used to do digital art. Matter of fact, what I'm majoring in college right now is animation,
Cool.
digital animation. Yeah, I handle, like, for example, I handle all the visual like aspects of my releases, which is also something that I enjoy doing.
See, we
But
didn't know that,
That's
so
cool,
this is
man.
cool.
That's super cool.
it's really fun, frankly, because what you're listening to at the end of the day was also created by the same person
What you're seeing.
that's delivering the visual
Yeah.
cues for you. But what was I saying? Right, so digital art.
College
I
digital.
I was like networking and building like relationships in English. We're talking 7th grade me. So 7th grade me is testing his English level to the max on social media for the first time, and it stuck with me.
Yeah.
And eventually I made way too many friendships from all around the world to just, not speak in the international language. And I also love English. I've always been like, I was raised on music in English. Therefore, I'm more comfortable expressing my emotions in English through my music. And by the time I started writing music and singing at the same time, which happened around like the summer of 2013, I was already aiming at like an international artist approach. And the thing about that is, if you're not like in Canada, the US, the UK, or Australia, which are all English-speaking countries and places, you're not like, once you're not there, I guess the default approach for an artistic career would be like of a local. If I started creating music in Spanish or marketing myself around here, like locally, it's a different. It's just like a different web.
Okay.
And you don't want to get stuck in it. So I just take like a lot of pleasure in speaking this language and expressing myself in it every single day. And I do have like some fans in Mexico, which is weird because I never really like gone for that, but it's happened inevitably, and it's something that I'm grateful for. But then they will ask. I mean, they'll say things like, "I don't understand anything you're saying," but like cool beans. Like I'd be live streaming, singing something. They're like, "I don't even understand the words," but like awesome.
I love you that.
And then I'd surprise them by replying in Spanish, and that's really fun, to be honest.
That's what I mean. Just that natural, like that's nurture right there. So talk about like the difference from where your web is or where your locality is. Why you talked the other day? I kind of know it a little bit. You spoke to me behind camera, but how where you're at now doesn't almost fit into your style. And has that always been a thing? Obviously, you've kind of grown into this style as much as where you're at, as recent as it is. But have you known that going into your music career, and did that like kind of help you decide to spread it out?
So what you're saying is like how.
So
what you're asking is.
So yeah, that was like really long. I'm keeping it. But so what I'm trying to say is like, where you're at, is not exactly the scene as what you do.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, right. I got it.
Sorry.
So, the scene around here, I picked this up really quickly. The music scene around here, at least in Mexico City, all around it, it was pretty limited. And as much as I hate to say it, there was like this huge lack of vision and ambition, because there was talent. But and I say was because it's really kind of dead. And it was like either you had to be like really heavy or really hip hop or really loud, because if you wanted to put out something a little bit more, I don't know, like artsy or just more commercial, then a local approach wasn't really like the I don't know, the thing to do, the direction to go. And I picked that up like really quickly over like a summer's time of going to gigs every single weekend with my friends. Because around that time I started hanging out with like older friends. They were like finishing high school and I was in the 8th, 9th grade. And that's when I picked up that it was kind of like a black hole that would it would suck in potential because of its very nature that lacked so much ambition. And from that moment, I realized my approach should be online, because I see a lot of artists doing it. And basically, by tapping into an online platform like Instagram, which was like my main, still is kind of like my main source of I guess traction. But if you tap into one of these platforms, you're basically tapping into the world. And I really did want, and I still do more than ever, I want the world to hear my music. I want to make sure that my music reaches the exact people who are looking for that type of sound. And the way to do that is online. So here I am.
Welcome.
So I don't know if you saw the other. We were actually like tried to be in a space shuttle.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. I took it out.
Yeah, no,
I didn't. Honestly, I took it out because the video resolution was getting a little. It was getting a little weird, and it was fun, but we wanted it to be as focused on you. I realized on you guys, so I kind of cleared it out. But
and the green screen is a whole.
It's a feel. Yeah, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe, and it's a clean background.
Yeah, so. You didn't even have to call it out, but you did. So.
Yeah. I mean, we have this whole like space theme going, so we're going with it. Whatever. What you got going on back there? Is that you record over there and stuff, or?
Frankly,
I'm not trying to like.
I wouldn't even call it a studio. It's just like my setup. That's my mic stand. Well, the boom, and the mic is obviously well kept. With one of those bags that like prevents it from like catching humidity.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of my hardware, but so that's a good old mic. I take it into my closet when I record. It's my TV. That's an 80s Sony stereo. I forgot the name of it. It doesn't really work, but it's aesthetic as hell, and it lifts my it serves like as a base my TV. And I don't know if you can see it. Frankly, it's not even that important because it's like the least fancy you're gonna see. But I have my MIDI keyboard back there.
Okay, I think I see an Xbox too. Is that a little Xbox 360 back there?
Yeah, no. I don't really play video games. That's been like one of the biggest things about myself. I've never really been a video game guy, but I guess my Xbox is my DVD because I don't have a DVD player anymore.
Hey, it works. It works.
And I'm minimalized. Recently I painted my room white again, and I just got rid of a whole bunch of shit. So my Xbox is my DVD player.
Hey, I like it.
Do you have a record player?
What was that?
A record player?
I do not. I don't even collect that many records or CDs for that matter, which you would expect from a musician. But
hey, you said you're a minimalist, so you just like keep it tiny.
I wouldn't like categorize myself as one, but definitely I'm a fan of the minimal.
Yeah.
As a designer or a songwriter, simplicity is more complex than, ironically, complexity. Like there's more there's more that you have to put into creating something simple of value than just creating like a whole mess full of like elements. So minimalism is really sick. I don't really like live in this like minimalism type like living that
like
a lot
3
of
shirts
do.
and 1 pair of pants kind of thing.
Yeah, but hey, I do own some records, more from like my teenage years, which I would buy a lot of records. Ironically, because I didn't used to drive back then, and now that I drive and I have like this CD player in my car radio, I only like the one CD that's been in my car for longer than 3 years has been Green Day's American Idiot.
All right.
And I will definitely
Hell
yeah. Like, okay, I'm an indie pop artist, but I come from a rock, like alternative background, undeniably.
So you liked Green Day.
And that's where I was going. If I wanted, I'm sorry, what was that?
What were your biggest, like, most favorite rock punk?
Exactly. That's literally where I was going. No, that's fine. Because what I was gonna say is, if I genuinely like tried to collect records, my budget would go straight to that, because there are just like so many influences and special records that you have to own once you know you love them. But I guess my biggest influences growing up, and it makes so much sense if you if you put this like right next to my like how my music sounds. It was a mix of Linkin Park, Green Day, Queen, and Sleeping with Sirens, with Taylor Swift, freaking Kool and the Gang, Jamiroquai, super random stuff, Jason Mraz, Bruno Mars, dude. Bruno Mars is one of my biggest idols.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, lots of Queen. I think I already mentioned Queen.
You can say more Queen too. That's fine. I'm fine with it.
All the way, right? And yeah, I guess those are like my biggest influences growing up because around the time that I started creating music, you know, my influences will just like keep changing like by the week. So you can't really like pinpoint a lot of that sonic like change that went on at a certain point in my life, but definitely growing up, like in my very early life, it was that just basically Queen, Taylor Swift, Linkin Park, and Jason Mraz.
Those are all phenomenal choices. That's so cool. Like, I don't know, we are from America, which is predominantly where those inspirations that you mentioned were from. And it's interesting to me, like, the sociology of it. How does music culture, how did you find that? How did you find those inspirations? Was it on media? Did you, just kind of explore growing up, or?
I mean, it was a mix of just, global media. Like I live in a city, right? And even if it's in a different country than the U.S., you'll always get American content.
Right.
It's delivered.
That's so cool.
In I mean, we could go from like MTV to the radio to back to MTV. I used to love MTV.
Oh, back
so
when it was
much,
MTV and not like what is it now?
I mean, honestly, I was a fan of the reality show.
Okay.
When people were already complaining that it had very like little music related content, I still dug it, but not anymore. Like it's almost nothing anymore. But so MTV, but the actual like music videos 24/7 MTV channel, which I don't remember the name of it. The radio, of course, and my parents, because I was raised on Queen and Kool and the Gang, so that only came from my dad, I guess, and eventually, as I grew up, the internet, YouTube, related videos,
the internet, that's cool. Right on. I was just
even time at some point.
I was just curious. It's just interesting to me. I'm honestly very uncultured.
Like I never really even thought about like the American content that people like. You know what I'm saying? And I just found out you were from Mexico City like a couple days ago, so
which is super awesome.
Yeah.
That means that
I love it.
It's cool. Really cool.
Ben, do you want to read off some? We got a couple questions.
Yeah, you got some. Rosa wants to know like you can give her a long-term goal, and then like an overall message you want to give with your music or how you present yourself. Yes.
Do the long-term goal one first. So go by whatever she has first. So
do you have any like good music goals coming up that you can let everybody know about?
Absolutely. I was literally just waiting for this moment. So first you mentioned something like what I'm trying to do with my music. I guess what I'm really trying to do is, in the very like most basic of levels, I want to communicate my feelings because I can't not do it. It's just something that I do almost involuntarily. I'll get home and I'll write like 100 melodies with 1,000 different lyrics, and the second I know that there's people out there who can enjoy that and connect with it, it's amazing. So I really just want to, from like the point of view of a music fan myself, I want to touch a listener's heart as much as my influences did, and I also just want to make it jump and jam. Like I want to put out music that can, and it's not just like a mission. It's also something that I already know myself capable of because, I'm sure you guys know, like an artist will write 30 songs and then release just one of them every single week. So all of the songs that I write, pretty much tackle a different bit of like the whole emotional spectrum of the human mind, and that's something that I love. You go through something and you can almost track the evolution of that situation in the artist's life through the progression of their songs. And I just want to like put myself out there and make people feel things as much as I feel those things. And as for future music plans, I got a song coming out in 2 weeks.
All right.
So that means you just submitted it, correct or no?
Actually no, because I'm such a I guess you could call it like an OCD perfectionist freak, I submitted it for distribution with a month and 2 weeks
Oh
in
shit.
advance, and because I wanted to pitch it for
Yeah.
playlists. You guys know how that is and how competitive it can get. So I wanted to try my luck this time, and so that song that's coming out, I'm not gonna reveal the name just yet because I got some like teasers prepared for that and stuff. But I've definitely been like super like cryptic about it with my fans, throwing some lyrics and that song is really special to me because there was a point where like even people would tell me this, like, are all your songs about love? Mostly because that's kind of like what I'm going through in life right now, but they're also about myself. And this one in particular, even the name of it refers to myself and basically how almost all my life and all my like different contexts of my like in which I develop myself in. So like school, career choices, life choices, in love, all those things throughout my whole life, I've been told that what I want and what I'm trying to get from those things is always almost impossible or just too far out of reach. And it's almost like a huge like long shot every single time that I want to achieve something, and somehow, some way, I always end up doing it, which is something that I love. And I also love the fact that I barely understand how any of it happens because it's all just like tied to your personality and how you manage everything. So synthesizing all of that, the song's about myself and how I cope with life as much as it is about love as well, because it's pretty like well centered about that concept in my love life, and how my head approaches love. And I'm really excited about it because with Full Song, I tried like a lot of conscious simplicity to it. I know I could have gone a more like wordy route, kind of like with Ready. There's like twice as many lyrics in Ready as there is in Full Song, as there are in Full Song. The melody is it's also just like shorter, simpler, and I felt like I overdid it a little bit. And with Ready, it's too wordy, too emotional. Like I love those songs to death. They mean everything to me. But I felt like I could still find an in between.
Yeah.
And I frankly feel like, I guess you guys will be the judges, but I frankly feel like this next song has got a bit of both. It's got like the simplicity needed for people to jam to it and feel this familiarity that we were talking about,
Yeah.
as well as this sense of just the personal life of the artist being like put out there bluntly with awful specificity. And and frankly, I'm just really excited about it. I love writing with honesty. Being transparent is the best.
Wow, dude. You are insane. I can understand why people are so attracted to you. Your energy is just
You gotta shut up.
it's infectious. Like law of attraction, what you were talking about, your goals and how you always reach for the stars. It always ends up happening. It's just because your energy and your passion, and you're gonna succeed because you truly want it. Not you don't want it just to want it. You know what I mean? And obviously, we don't know everything in the world, but I just have to say, I think you're great, man. You kill it. I love what you just said. I love that we have that clipped and we have that saved forever.
Yeah, dude. This means a lot to us. You don't even understand.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
we're like he was saying earlier, man. Like we're fans of you guys, or you even probably.
Well, I didn't know.
Not in this case, but
just like the fact that you just like hit me up out of like I don't even know what it was. I think it was Wolfie like shared a song or something, and then
Probably.
just the fact that you can reach out and you're just a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
easy. You're easy to connect with on a lot. You're through your music, chat. Just like
I appreciate
just like Haley we had on before. Like we're already almost pushing like 2 hours, and we feel like we could just sit here and chill with you guys all night.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We love it. Seriously, we love doing this stuff.
I feel like with everything that's going on today, and even just taking that away from the equation, just the world, how it is nowadays, you can't really afford not being easy to access and easy to talk to because everything moves through that channel. And I just want to say, like, for the millionth time, I really appreciate you guys like hitting me up and doing this because I feel like you really know what you're doing, and I love what you're doing. You're creating so much content, and like that's eventually what matters, because there will be like other outlets with like bigger followings putting out the crappiest things without any effort or thought put into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you guys are definitely obviously passionate about what you're doing, and you really take your time to handpick artists that you feel could bring something of value to your show and to your whole project. So I'm honored to be a part of it.
No, I'm gonna cry. You're gonna make me cry, dude.
We're gonna have
Man, cry.
we're gonna have to do this again, and you never know like what this could be. Like we're friends, like we can be friends for life,
Yes,
and
we're
we'll try.
friends.
We're gonna support you for the rest of the time you're making music, which is hopefully for the rest of our lives.
Unless you
know what I'm
change
saying?
up, I'm just playing. Just playing.
Dude, absolutely. And you guys have got my full support, obviously. So thank you so much.
Yes.
No problem, dude.
When was the last time you were in America?
I was just about to ask that.
October 2019, I celebrated my belated 21st birthday with my SoCal friends.
Okay.
And it was pretty wild. And then the next day, we went to see Sleeping with Sirens and Bringing the Horizon in San Diego.
Wow, it was probably
And
incredible.
it was really fun. And I came home on Sunday only to have this quiz on Monday, which was pretty crazy. Fortunately for me, I can confidently say that even though I got a scholarship and I do have a lot to lose, I don't really pay a lot of attention to school because it's something that I'm comfortable doing, like digital art and all of that. Thankfully, I can do that like almost not even looking, and I can afford to pull that sort of thing, going to SoCal for the weekend, partying a little bit, and then coming back and taking the test.
That's part of
that
part of
was
the
a lot.
college experience, though.
Yeah,
So
that's
you still got to balance your professional with your regular life too. That's important.
How old are you, Din?
I believe in that
How old are
balance.
you?
I'm wait, did you ask my
Yeah,
age?
is that a secret?
Right, 21.
21.
So I turned 21 in September of last year, obviously. And and I really, what's funny is literally 2 weeks before the pandemic became like a very serious issue between like the borders and it took its toll in like work and stuff. I was legit looking at flight tickets because I wanted to shoot a music video in San Diego that I wrote and designed to be shot in just one day.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to do that like right away. I was already like, there's this. Let me just plug my phone. There's this friend of mine who takes amazing pictures. Her name is Melisande. That's actually her full name. It's French, but
Melisande?
So Mel takes my favorite pictures. Shout out Mel, obviously. I'm gonna send this to her. But so I wanted to go. She was already gonna shoot it. I was gonna direct like I did with Full Song, and I was gonna edit, post produce, everything. But literally like a couple days after that, they announced that they were gonna close the border, except for like people with work visas and actual like business in the U.S. And obviously I was gonna do it on a tourist visa, so that kind of screwed it up, and I had to like sort of remap my plans for the year. And eventually I pushed back the whole song altogether because I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do it justice that early. And here we are. It's going to drop in like a couple weeks without its music video, but there are plans for that as well.
Right on.
Sweet.
That's sad to hear, but you know what? Maybe it'll. I'm sure it'll work out. I'm sure it'll work out for the best.
I have faith that it will.
Yeah. One of our buddies always says it. Am I cutting you off?
No.
Oh.
I was just listening.
Looked at me like this. One of our buddies always says it. His name's Corey Gossett, and he's like, as long as you're creatively authentic and true to what you're true to yourself and your goals, then everything is always going to work out in this industry. And he just released an album. He did an amazing job. It was his first album, and that team is great. That just always stuck with me, and you can see it in his art, and you can see it in art like yours too. So I think you'll be just fine. And if you happen to want to change locations from San Diego and come to Indianapolis, we would more than happy be able to host you here and maybe meet Wolfie. But if not, that's all right. We do have to meet you in the future, though. It'd be cool to get you up here. I
chose San Diego because I know my way around, and and because it's really like aesthetic for a location. But Indianapolis
It's
looks
all
pretty
right.
dope already.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a really awesome city. Like it's very, things are. It's almost. I explained it like a balloon that is like filling up, and it's not quite there. You know what I mean? It's filling up.
Okay.
There's a lot of action happening. It's getting pretty full.
Growing.
It's growing, and it's just about to pop. You know?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
beautiful because, frankly, all the noise going on in SoCal can be really, I don't know, you just end up fed up with it really soon, like really quickly. And I just try to like
Yeah.
stay away from it. Like when I go there, I hang out with my friends. We don't really like go to like a lot of big places, except for the time that we went to Emo Night LA. I was not 21 yet, so of course I didn't get in. I told them, dude, we're not gonna get in. We're gonna make the hour drive, and I'm not gonna be able to get in because the bounces there are not stupid.
Yeah.
Because the day before I got into this like club bar, that was really cool because they only played like early 2000s R&B and hip hop
Oh
music.
my gosh,
which
that's probably on point. Sorry.
and it was called damn it, I forgot. It's in Oceanside in California, but it was like this really small place. People were dancing. Of course, they were drunk and horny, but it wasn't annoying. And like I'm not huge in those places, but that one in particular was great. So the next day, they decided let's go to Emo Night LA. They're supposed to have this special guest, like a surprise guest, and I was sick. I got sick because like the day before that we went to that other club. What happened before that is I played my first show right by the beach. It was like a bonfire gig type thing. And my friends, they invited all their friends. And it was really cool. Frankly, it's the most on key I've ever shouted my whole life because I had to be super loud.
Yeah, I
You
bet.
got like
Being outside and
yeah,
everything.
like you got the seagulls.
Yeah.
There's like seagulls. There's like wind. A fire pit right in front of you. You're like out in the open. But it was really fun. But I got sick. It was really cold and windy. And then the next day that we made the drive to LA, I was not surprised when I didn't get into emo night. So I just waited outside for my friend because the rest of them were going to stay there for like a little bit. And I was just waiting outside for my friend. We took a walk around Glendale Park. And then when we came back, Austin Knight from Water Parks was just right outside with no one around him. And I thought, like, I told my friend, like, dude, hold my water. I was carrying like this huge bottle of water, like, hold my water. And then I shouted at Austin, like, yo, Bleach Boy, because Bleach Boy used to be like his Twitter alter ego nickname.
So you try to get it.
So I shouted, Bleach Boy.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It's probably by far one of the best, like, I guess, fan to musician experiences, because I wouldn't call it like a celebrity experience. He's not like that huge,
Yeah.
but I really look up to him. I like the way he thinks, because I don't really listen to like a lot of pop punk, and Water Parks is that. But the way he thinks, which you can also infer like from his writing, is really, really freaking great. And I feel it's close, like it's similar to mine. I can even dare to say that. We got like some sort of chaotic energy going on that definitely showed when we met face to face. So that was crazy about that, but I didn't get it. I guess that's the whole story. I don't know how we got here, but I get into emo now.
Well, I bet you'd be a lot of fun to go out with. Honestly, I would love to be there at that moment.
Absolutely, it was really, really fun.
Heck yeah, man.
You got another song for us, don't you?
Absolutely.
All right,
What
sweet.
was I thinking? So I'm gonna where should I place my phone? Because where I was placing it before, the charger won't reach there. So I gotta find some other setup. Not to worry though, I got this.
You got it.
So you went ukulele last time. Are you switching it up?
Am I switching it up? In what sense?
Well, are you gonna use a different
Oh,
piece of instrument to
yeah,
play your
well,
song?
no, just the ukulele. I saw that
Fire.
she played some like same stuff, but I'm not really that advanced. It wasn't until like recently that I learned that I taught myself some like production, because I'm usually lucky enough to have friends take care of that for me. Let me see how I can set this up. This is crappy. This is like
No, it's actually like a pretty good, like, we got a pretty good,
I think
or
yeah.
it's not lagging at all, and
I-
it looks good.
The first I actually asked you, I was like, these new iPhone cameras are getting pretty advanced, and he was like, this is a 7. I was like, oh. right.
Okay, so thanks so much for having me. This song is called Ready. I'm not ready to feel this much. I try to keep myself together, but it doesn't seem like I'm doing enough. I'm holding on to whatever I can. My grip is fading, and so is your skin as the clock starts ticking faster again. Baby, I've been thinking, don't you see the sound of my breath and my heart beating up against yours so loud, even though I can barely move? I wanna dance with you, baby. I wanna dance with you, baby. My chest gets tight. Feels like we're all talked out. It has taken my patience. Perhaps we're not wasting time. I very well know when I'm taking a risk. I am falling for you faster. This time you have stolen my touch like I've stolen your kiss. And your lips, they look like they wanna steal the sound of my breath and my heart beating up against yours so fucking loud, even though I can barely move. I wanna dance with you, baby. I wanna dance. If we are brave, things keep picking up the pace. You dim the lights, just enough for me to kiss you with my side. As I'm holding on, you're holding on so tight. A love letter from your body to your mind. Don't you see the sound of my breath and my heart beating up against yours so loud, even though I can barely move? I wanna dance. Hey, with you, baby. I wanna dance with you, baby. There we go. Finished in a B.
Yeah.
Not what I planned.
Let's
but it was
go.
great.
That was
You rock,
great.
man.
That was amazing. That was
Hey, thank you.
awesome. I freaking love that tune, dude. I love that tune.
Thank you so much.
No problem. All right, we got
Yeah, your
a
fans.
couple comments here just on that song.
Yeah.
People are speaking up a little
It's a
bit.
fan favorite.
We got, please, I'm screaming the lyrics. Ready is my favorite song. Period. Jane goes off every time. Also, somebody proposed to you in the comments one time and was wondering why you have
Wait,
not.
who's that?
Terrorblade?
Terrorblade.
Is that for...
Okay, I don't know who that is,
They
but
might-
I love you so much.
They might have a different name under their YouTube comment or a different. I don't know.
They probably do. I don't know.
Who knows? Although they're curious as to why you have not responded.
I'm so lucky.
I'm so lucky.
Yes, you're making people's day, man. This is badass.
Yeah. That's great.
Dude, you guys are badass. Thank you for having me, for giving me the opportunity to suck live and mess it up 1,000 times because there's nothing I enjoy more than doing that.
Nah, it's all good. We all get hiccups. It's okay. You sold it though. That's all that matters.
Did I? Well, yeah, because you can't really. The second you acknowledge when you mess up,
Right.
that's when people notice.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Hey, we'll cut it out. It's all good.
Yeah.
We'll cut that. You got it. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Anyway, no problem, man. Something I wanted to say, just like to everybody that watches this, is we really enjoy it. It is super inspiring working with you guys. Like, it's super awesome working with musicians. It's us, just fans. We get to hear your music. We get to talk to you guys. He's making money busy. We get to talk to you guys and just, you just keep doing you. Keep doing
That's
you.
why it's good.
Keep doing you
doesn't,
so that we can.
it doesn't matter if you screw up because we're just having fun.
Yeah, we're just having fun, man. So.
Exactly. If you're not doing it for fun, why are you even doing it in the first place?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, other than to make a huge impact in the world. Yeah. Right. But
Awesome.
And
cool.
we get to talk to someone. How many miles do you think you're away from Indianapolis?
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to Google that. Hold
2,000.
on.
You gotta make a guess.
Mexico.
I'm gonna say
I can't even guess in miles.
I'm gonna say
because we have kilometers.
1,500.
More
Oh,
than
you're in
that.
kilometers.
Okay.
You're in
More
kilometers.
than that. Oh yeah, they're in kilometers.
Kilometers.
That's right.
You're the only weirdos who do miles, feet, inches,
Right.
freaking ounces.
Yeah.
Guess what? We learned it all,
Fahrenheit.
and we forget it all, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter, anyways.
The U.S. Education system is not the best. So.
No worries. We all got you. We all learned your system too. We just gotta like convert it
Yeah.
on Google. Right. So apparently, I'm 2,025.6 miles away
Right on,
from you
that's-
guys.
It's a nice little bike ride.
Little
you know,
bike- yeah.
I'll see you. I'll see you in a few days.
It's a nice walk. It's definitely just a nice walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
All right. Well, hey, do you have anything else you want to say to your fans that are seeing this now and will see this later, or do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah. Any friends in the U.S. or anywhere? Go.
Too many of them to shout out. I'm not saying that I have like a lot of friends, but it's just quite too many to shout out.
Yeah.
What I just want to say is because I wasn't able to like stream the stream while I was performing.
Mhm.
So to anyone who joined from my fan base, thank you so much. Literally everything that you do for me means, well, everything. And it makes all the difference when you support me doing the little things. So thank you. New song coming out really soon. This one's really personal, but at the same time, you'll be able to jam to it as if it were about absolutely nothing. Shout out to my love, who I think is still watching.
Oh.
And I know.
Wait, did you tell us this?
I think I did when she joined at the beginning.
Oh, I thought that was like I didn't know that was like my love.
It's family.
Yeah.
It is.
And shout out to like all the people who make my existence in the music world possible, which essentially is the people who listen to my music. My friend Pablo, who won't even see this, but I love him because he takes my pictures here at home and they're awesome. We can be artsy fellas together. And Mel, who I shouted out
Yeah.
at the stream, but I wanted to do it now. Mel has done, like, she shot Sleeping with Sirens, more local bands, Young Blood. She's really good. And she literally started from the very bottom. And I've seen her grow so much. So I'm just super proud of her because she still takes my pictures and charges me the same thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wouldn't be able to afford her if I didn't know her. But
She believes in you.
yeah. That's so like completely off topic. I just want to say shout out to you guys. Thank you for having me. It was a great experience. You're awesome. Keep doing this, keep finding artists who are probably even more passionate than myself and have them talking for hours. 'Cause that's how you find out where the talent is. So thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
we're
man.
lucky. We're lucky that you're joining us. You know what I'm saying? So
We had a great time, man, and I already know that this is probably not the last time we'll work with you. So
yeah. Well,
Dude, honestly, it's great. Thank you for everything. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
yeah.
Thanks,
Be
sir.
safe and down in Mexico City and later.
Stay healthy.
Peace and love.
You guys, peace.
So love it. Nice. All right. That went
You're
well.
still
Oh
streaming.
yeah. Goodbye. Thank you everybody for coming in.
Adios.
If you made it
Adios.
this far,
Ciao.
please, all of the musicians were awesome. Please don't be afraid to maybe just go to our page, check out our content, like, comment, share it with the world. The world is watching. We love doing what we do, so the support from you guys helps us do it a little bit to a further level, so a higher level. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate the support for everybody that is in this. Yeah.
Thanks to Haley. Thanks to DINN. Thank you guys for reaching out and sticking with us and supporting all. Like, you guys literally shared our stuff all day. So thanks to everybody.
Means a lot.
That it.
Cheers.